Right then, hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you are. I'm uploading this video on Wednesday the 20th of July because that's how I roll, and I thought I'd tell you lots of stuff. First things first though, my name is Paul, I'm also called Knack. I talk about movies I've watched, and not as many as I'd like to be brutally honest with you. I also do the daily teaser as well. That's a daily brain teaser quiz. I also write the blog Knickknacks Old Peculiar, and movie and TV and teasers all turn up both there and on YouTube. Recently, I've been watching a couple of TV series. I've been watching the second series of Star Trek Picard, and you can find that and a lot of other stuff tucked into the eye in the corner there. But I've also been watching the fourth season of Netflix hit Stranger Things just recently, and it's usually fascinating to watch. It really is quite something to see. Yesterday, Tuesday the 19th, quite frankly, the hottest day of the year in this part of the UK ever, I actually managed to see the fourth episode, Dear Billy. I managed to successfully not melt whilst doing so. Either way, I thought you might want to hear what I thought of Dear Billy. Chapter 4, Dear Billy, opens in California with Will, Jonathan and Mike, Noah Schnapp, Charlie Heaton and Finn Wolfhard facing down Agents Stinson, Harmon and Wallace, being flatly told that going anywhere near Hawkins would be putting 11, Millie Bobby Brown, in worse danger than she is. The scene shifts, showing us Nancy and Robin, Natalia Dyer and Maya Hawke, rushing to Hawkins High to join Dustin, Steve, Lucas and Max, Gaten Matarazzo, Joe Keery, Caleb McLaughlin and Sadie Sink. They are armed with the knowledge that Max only has 24 hours to live. The team agree that they have to split up and go different ways to do different things. Dustin, Steve and Lucas have to try and stop Max being killed and help her in whatever she needs to do if they can't. Max is preparing for the worst, frantically writing letters to her loved ones so she can say goodbye. Nancy and Robin have to meet Victor Creel, the only known survivor of an attack by Vecna. Victor's family were killed in the late 50s, only a few years before the mid-80s, and they had their eyes gouged out in a way that's gruesomely familiar to those fighting Vecna. The court, however, back in the late 50s, didn't believe Victor when he blamed the demon haunting his house and made sure he got a very long sentence at Penhurst Mental Hospital. Nancy and Robin are going to have a problem getting in there before they can get any information out. Now, what did I make of Dear Billy? First things first, this episode had a runtime of 1 hour and 18 minutes. A minute longer than Chapter 2, Vecna's Curse, which is a great episode, I should add, but it's one I felt was maybe 5 or 10 minutes too long. He could have shaved off a few minutes there. That's about Vecna's Curse's only flaw, I should add, but nonetheless it's a flaw I noticed and couldn't sit still through. Dear Billy was an equally good episode, but again with that same downside. The length of the piece, it's 5 or 10 minutes too long. It kept my attention, yes, but again had me pausing it every so often so I could take a breath, go stand by a window, what have you. It's a flaw, I think, in the episode. It's a good episode, but it's got that tiny little flaw in it. Outside of that length, the writer, Paul Dichter, I think it's pronounced, and director, Sean Levy, have given us a reasonably well-paced episode, given the length of the thing. And they've also, between them, given Sadie Sink, who's not been the focus for many of the episodes, she's given a chance to shine in this one. She's given a chance to stretch her acting abilities, and carry a lot of the episode, especially at the climax there. A climax that reminds us quite how good a piece of music the series chooses when it's on film. Running Up That Hill was probably never more perfectly used. It's also nice to see the original Freddy Krueger, Robert Englund from A Nightmare on Elm Street, guest starring in this episode. You first see him, he's scratching the table with his fingernails, and I'm sure that's a callback to a famous scene in that first Nightmare film. He sort of slides those nails along the wall and creates an unnerving screeching noise and lots of sparks. But that's not maybe the point I wanted to mention at this juncture. As you're possibly aware if you've been following me for a while, the past few weeks have also seen me watching the second series of Star Trek Picard. I mentioned it at the start of this review, shame on you if you missed that bit. But I'm watching it and thoroughly enjoying it. And I'm also noticing that the scenes between Alison Pill and Annie Wersching as Dr. Jurati and the Bald Queen have outright reminded me of Hopkins and Foster's performances as Lecter and Starling in The Silence of the Lamb. There's that same kind of Faustian thing going on. So given that I had that on my mind, seeing Nancy and Robert visiting Krill right at the back of a practically identical looking corridor with a load of cells on the left hand side with assorted looms in there, it had me smiling in a certain amount of recognition. It really did. They're going for the Silence of the Lambs feel as well. Real artists don't homage, they just mug suitable victims whenever they get the chance. With that said, and despite the fact I found this episode possibly a bit too long, Dear Billy is quite simply a very good episode, one that rated 3 stars on my 4-star system, and it's one that's encouraging me to watch the next episode, The Nina Project, next Tuesday, the 26th of July, and review it, or at least post my reviews, on Wednesday the 27th. Between now and then, Friday the 22nd will see me watching Fly Me to the Moon, the next episode of Star Trek Picard, one I'll have a review up about on the 23rd. I would love it if you join me either Friday or Tuesday, or Wednesday or Saturday, and I will see you then if you're willing to put up with me chatting along. Please come back and watch, please subscribe, and please have a very good week. Right, just as a postscript, this episode uses some very good music, as the series has been noted for over the years. Running Up That Hill has been used quite a bit, but the episode also uses the Ella Fitzgerald and Louis Armstrong version of Dream a Little Dream of Me. Personally, that's the song I preferred of the selection on offer today.